And Teri Okita joins us now from Manchester, England. Teri, I just read that White House statement regarding leaks in the case. Obviously, this is troubling to both President Trump and British Prime Minister Theresa May. Do we know what the two talked about earlier?
Oh, Dana, we don't at this point. And I can tell you that in the UK, officials here are furious that this leak went on. And you heard Theresa May, the Prime Minister, say that she's going to make it clear to Donald Trump that international partnerships and intelligence sharing must stay secure. President Trump said that he's going to get to the bottom of it. Now, what the two of them said together, that's yet to be revealed. But I can tell you that, you know, will this hurt partner sharing? In the long run, we'll have to wait and see. But Manchester police say they will no longer be sharing any type of police information with the U.S. So it's caused quite a rift here, at least over here in the UK. And we'll wait to see if President Trump can smooth anything over when he's at NATO with Prime Minister May.
So they won't be sharing information with the U.S. But what can you tell us about the latest on the investigation?
Well, what we do know, this is a fast-moving, it's an intense, extensive investigation. We know that that police have made significant arrests, according to the chief constable here in Manchester. He said that 8 men, are now in custody. And those include Salman Abedi, the suspected bomber. It includes his father and his 2 brothers. His father and his brother were actually arrested in Libya. And there are others as well. There are extensive searches going on, both at addresses here in Manchester and across the UK. We've heard about raids, about searches that continue, that have been going on over the last couple of days. We also know that Salman Abedi, the 22-year-old suspected bomber, had gone to Libya and to Syria and had been radicalized there. But not only there, he had actually been radicalized here as well. Now the effort is to find out whether or not or how wide this network was. So that's what they're trying to figure out at this point, and that's why international information sharing is so important, because they have been relying on partner agencies, not only in Manchester and across the UK, but across the world as well.
Yeah, and Teri, and you give us the news that so many people are focused on the tragedy, but we see behind you also, I can't help but notice that memorial behind you just continues to grow.
Dana, it's actually doubled in the whole, we've been here pretty much the whole day, and it's actually doubled. They had a moment of silence here in Manchester at 11 o'clock local time, and that was not only here but across the UK. And this square, which is sort of the town center, this square was packed with people who had come out showing their support, a sign of solidarity, and actually even a sign of defiance that this attack was not going to stop these people from getting about their daily lives. We have seen lots of tears shed. We've seen a coming together, lots of hugs. Interestingly enough, I heard this man and this woman talking behind me, and I thought they knew each other. And they were saying, this is the type of city where it's a big city, but it has a small town feel. Mm-hmm. And the man and the woman were talking about, oh, do you know anybody that was hurt in the attack? And the guy said, the cousin of my sister's friend. That's the kind of town it is. And I thought these two knew each other, but in reality, they were strangers who had come together. The woman started crying. The man put his arm around her, hugged her. So there's been a real sense of community and a real coming together here in Manchester. And we're seeing, after such a horrific act aimed at youngsters, such a horrific act, there's a real coming together and a sense of community here.
And it is nice to see that part as well, for the worst reasons, but the strength that community has shown is certainly something we can all learn from. Teri Okita in Manchester, England. Thank you, Teri.